Hi everyone and welcome to 3 Charts in 1 with me, Richard Perry, market analyst for Infonox on Friday the 10th of June. Now we've got breakdowns across the board that we're in the charts that we're looking out for today. We've got a couple of forex. We're looking at euro dollar potentially breaking down on the brink. We've got Aussie dollar breaking down, and also we're looking at SP 500 futures, where basically indices all over the place are breaking down. So let's get straight into it. We've got this euro dollar chart. The consolidation that we've seen in euro dollar over the past 2.5 to 3 weeks has now started to break down on the back of this ECB meeting. The ECB yesterday was relatively hawkish actually, but what happened was that the hawkish element that has driven a widening of bond yield spreads, and that has hit the euro dollar price yesterday, initially strengthening, but then as yield spreads widened, this is the hourly chart, we saw euro dollar breaking down, and it's now on the brink. I'm not calling this a breakdown quite yet, because I've been saying for a while that this is all these are old breakout levels, these around 106 figure to 106.40, all old breakout support. It did move below 106.25 yesterday, but it's just hanging on this morning. We've seen a rebound towards 106.40, then tailing off, and it's just hovering really. I think euro dollar is hovering rather than breaking down quite. If you see a 105 big figure handle on this price, I think that is breaking down, but it's certainly on the brink, isn't it? And especially with the bearish engulfing candle that we saw yesterday, very negative signal there. But if it doesn't recover back above 106.40 today, I think it's in trouble. And below 105 figure, you're looking at 450 area, and then 103.50 as the key area of support of that reaction low from May. So this is really important territory, and this is on the 4-hour chart. Let's just zoom out one more level. There is a lot of hanging around resistance, 107 figure mid-range area, but essentially if it doesn't get above 106.40, it's in trouble, I think. And moving on to the Aussie, another forex major pair that's breaking down. The US dollar is seemingly strengthening once again. That uptrend that we had in the past 3 weeks has now been broken decisively to the downside, and on the 4-hour chart we've seen a completion of a top pattern. We've got this head and shoulders top pattern completed yesterday on a decisive move lower. It's rebounding at the moment back towards the neckline, that neckline that comes in around the around the 0.7140 level, and if it finds resistance around that 07140 to 07160 area, that's overhead supply now, resistance. If it fails around there and falls over, you can say, well, it's downside move, and the implied target is 07 big figure, 70 big figure. Downside target then on the Aussie. You've got the initial support that comes in at 70.85, but it really does look as though this is rolling over now, turning corrective. You've got the momentum on the 4-hour chart that is now corrective. RSI just unwinding, but if that falters again around the 50 area on the 4-hour chart, that really does open the downside. You've got the initial support 70.35 area. Looks like that will be tested if it fails around that 71.40 area of resistance now. And finally, S&P futures, another breakdown that we've seen. Consolidation in the last couple of weeks, broke down below 4,070. That was the key support area. That's been broken decisively with this really strong negative candle, and you see the RSI falling over. See this on the 4-hour chart. If I zoom out one more level there, you can see this consolidation that's broke down. All that is now overhead supply resistance between 4070 and 4,100 is overhead supply resistance now. So if it rebounds into that and it starts to falter, that is selling opportunity levels. You can see the RSI on the 4-hour chart hit that 30 level, starting to unwind a little bit, but definitely negative configuration you've got here on this 4-hour chart. So anything back towards the 40 area, 50 is selling opportunity level if that is where it starts to fall over again. You've got the initial support around 4,013. If that breaks, you're looking at the next layer area support 3,980 back towards the low 3,900s, but certainly is looking like it's turning corrective again on Wall Street. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in trading today, everyone, and I'll speak to you again next week. Thank you very much.